BNEWS1 au cœur de l'information. BNEWS1, le tam-tam du continent.
Friday, the 29th of August 2025. Good evening and thanks for joining us on this rendezvous of information. Coming up at a time when Cameroon continues to grapple with frequent power failures, the Menchum 4 stands out as a beacon of hope. Experts say if constructed, the Menchum 4 in the northwest region could supply electricity to the entire country and part of West Africa, having a capacity of 850 megawatts. And also in this edition, following the tragic death of Colonel Zambo Ngema Etienne in May 2025, Colonel Zang Godfrey Marius has officially been installed as the new Legion Commander for the Northwest region. Those were the top stories of the 6:30 p.m. newscast live from Yaoundé, Cameroon. The development of these and more up next. Thank you very much for joining us on this last edition of the 6 p.m. newscast or the 6:30 newscast live from Yaoundé. My name is Fabris, Kehdinga, and the news begins right now. Following the tragic death of Colonel Zambo Ngema on the 27th of May 2025, Colonel Zang Godfrey Marius has officially been installed as the new Northwest Legion Commander. The installation ceremony took place recently in Bamenda, as you tell us, Jackie Nyebele.
The Northwest region has a new Legion Commander of the Gendarmerie. Colonel Zang Godfrey Marius has taken over from the late Colonel Zambo Ngema Celestine, who died on May 27, 2025. The installation ceremony took place in Bamenda on August 27, 2025.
Northwest region is not the other regions is in Cameroon. We asked him to collaborate with other military and force and security forces, defense and security forces, to collaborate with authorities and to collaborate with traditional rulers. Because in this theater, each and everyone knows what to do, and he has nothing to create, and he needs to follow what he will meet here. He replaced somebody who died, and we pray Almighty to make his soul be in peace. That's what we ask him to do.
Colonel Zang Godfrey has been charged with so many responsibilities in maintaining law and order in the Northwest region, maintaining peace and serenity among the population. That's a mission that he will have to carry out with courage and bravery.
From the Northwest region to the Southwest region, where the newly installed commander of the 2nd Joint Inter-Armed Military Region, overseeing the littoral and the Southwest regions, Brigadier General Ngolo Ngomba Tobi, has begun taking major steps in the execution of his duties. The Army General recently visited the governor of the Southwest region, Bernard Okala Bilai, during which they held an in-camera security meeting, as we hear in the following report. Officially installed on August 22, 2025, at the helm of the 2nd Joint Inter-Armed Military Region in charge of the Littoral and Southwest regions, Brigadier General Ngolo Ngomba Tobi Gabriel has no time to waste, with several challenges awaiting him. The General's first official visit is in the Southwest region, where he meets Governor Bernard Okala Bilai in an in-camera security meeting, during which the security situation of the region is assessed. Ahead of the back-to-school and the upcoming presidential election, coupled with the ongoing crisis in the region, it is important to put down effective strategies to maintain peace and serenity. Maritime piracy, urban criminality, illegal fishing, customs tax fraud, as well as the ongoing separatist tensions are some immediate challenges that Brigadier General Ngolo Ngomba Tobi will have to tackle. With massive experience in elite training and operational readiness, coupled with staff and command expertise, the general has been described as a square peg in a square hole. His visit comes barely a week after he was officially installed by the minister delegate at the presidency of the Republic In charge of defense, Joseph Betty Asomo. We stay in Boya, where some 4,758 cocoa farmers in the southwest region have received their premium bonuses. This was during a special ceremony which took place at the Boya Town Green Stadium recently. The 4,758 cocoa farmers received 406 million francs CFA from the Minister of Trade, Luc Malgras Mbarga, at Tangana. During the event, the minister disclosed that the cocoa and coffee sectors recorded 416 billion francs CFA in purchase this season, reaffirming the sector's strength. He assured farmers that unfair international prices will no longer be accepted and encouraged the youth to embrace agriculture. We are not leaving Boya yet because ahead of the 2025-2026 academic year in Cameroon, the traditional ruler of Buitingi village in Boya subdivision has distributed didactic materials to school children. The philanthropic gesture from the custodian of the people's tradition has received some applause from members of his community, as we hear in the following report. Hundreds of school children in Buitingi village in the Boya subdivision, southwest region of Cameroon, have received didactic materials ahead of the 2025-2026 academic year. The philanthropic gesture is championed by the traditional ruler of Buitingi, His Royal Majesty, Chief Ewome David, who maintained that all children in his village must acquire education. The chief says he is following in the footsteps of the late chief, who was noted for supporting education.
Very strong community when it comes to education. From time immemorial, I'm just picking up from there. The late chief who died was an educationist, and I'm just picking up from there. So we're just out to encourage the children to become better citizens of Cameroon. The back-to-school campaign of His Royal Majesty Chief Ewome David has drawn admiration for members of the community.
This back-to-school is something we have been doing for 5 years today. It's a wonderful initiative that the chief has brought in this community.
I think this is a laudable initiative and it should be encouraged. You see, the context in which we are now, we encourage everyone to concentrate on sending the children to school.
The chief has been at the center of several activities which has been keeping the village alive during these summer holidays, including the new Luke Buitingi Unity Interquarters football competition.
It's a prelude to back to school, so we're encouraging the youths and we are here to discover talents.
Dongo FC claimed this year's edition, but to the organizers, what matters was engaging the youth in activities that positively shape their lives. Let's now talk some sad news where the death has been announced of legendary Cameroonian Bikotsi singer Ange Bogo Emeran, the very performant artist who was born on the 4th of December 1952, died yesterday at the age of 72. The death of the music icon puts an end to a glorious career. Jackie Nyebele has the profile of the fallen soldier.
One of the most respected voices of Bikotsi has left the stage. Ange Bogo Emeran is no more. This day, August 28, marks the end of his journey on earth. The singer passed away at 3 o'clock this morning in Yaoundé after a long time being sick. The artist's remains were taken to the mortuary of the Yaoundé Central Hospital. Ange Bogo Emeran, 72 years old, was born on the 4th of December 1952 in Fou, in the Mefu-Anafamba division in the Central region. He had a vocational certificate in carpentry and farm work. His interest for musical art was an evidence at his early age. That interest for singing captivated several choir promoters. The young man was taken on by the Gloria and Kyrie groups. This was the beginning of a long, passionate journey that would blossom in the cabarets of Cameroon's political capital. With the Bikotsi rhythm, a musical tone among the Fangbeti people. Ange Bogo Emeran was not just a singer, he was also a music producer, instrumentalist, and an angelic voice singer, as his nickname, Angel. The very talented author of Fon 1, Okon Maikon, is not really dead. His work and music will live forever.
That's true, as it is often said, artists may die, but their works will live forever. May his soul rest in perfect peace. On to something else. At a time when Cameroon continues to grapple with frequent power failures, the Menchum 4 stands out as a beacon of hope. Experts say if constructed, the Menchum 4, located in Menchum Division in the northwest region of Cameroon, could supply the entire country and parts of West Africa with electricity. It has a capacity of some 850 megawatts. As Cameroon prepares to step up their energy by 2030, the Menchum 4 could be a better option. Details in this report. Cameroon has made significant progress in the domain of energy supply with at least 7 large-scale hydroelectric dam projects. Cameroon's total installed electricity capacity is about 1,652 megawatts, with the most productive and powerful electricity dam being the Nakchiga hydroelectric dam, with an installed capacity of 420 megawatts. Located on the Sanaga River, it is the largest power plant in Cameroon and significantly contributes to the country's energy supply. In spite of this massive progress, more still needs to be done as frequent power failures retard economic growth and development. As the Cameroon government aims to significantly increase its energy supply and its installed capacity by 2030, the Menchum 4 could be the solution to the country's energy needs. The Menchum 4 is located in Menchum Division, northwest region of Cameroon. According to feasibility studies carried out by the Ministry of Water and Energy, the Menchum 4 has a full capacity of 850 megawatts and if constructed will represent 40% increase in the country's current electricity output. It has the capacity to power Cameroon and other Central African countries as well as West Africa. Estimated at 500 billion francs CFA, government has carried out several studies, but no project has been realized so far. Away from the Menchum 4, there is also the Abi 4 located in Bengui, Momo Division in the northwest region of Cameroon. Studies indicate the Abi 4 can also contribute hugely to the country's energy challenges. What is needed is the political will. It is often said a country does not develop because it has resources. Cameroon can only emerge after developing her natural resources for the good of all. We are back here in Yaoundé, where it was a day filled with smiles, gratitude, and hope as the Cameroon Red Cross said goodbye to the children who had spent their holidays learning, sharing, and saving within its rank. Micheline Biroa attended the ceremony and put together the following report.
The farewell ceremony marked the end of a holiday internship program that brought dozens of young participants closer to humanitarian values. Over several weeks, the children immersed themselves in the activities of the Red Cross, discovering not only new skills, but also the importance of solidarity, compassion, and community service.
I learned so many things in first aid, like how to help someone that's in coma, how to help somebody that has an hemorrhage intern. Also, I also learned something because we did some wrestling. I learned how to have an inspiration doing something. Also learned how to animate somebody, how to animate a place. So many things about first aid. How to help a person that is in an hemorrhage and them, and how to save a person that is committing an accident. And Chinese also, how to say good morning is ni hao, and how to say thank you is siese, and to say goodbye is bukechi.
During the program, the young interns engaged in awareness campaigns, basic first aid training, and community outreach, guided by Red Cross volunteers and staff. For many, it was their first real encounter with humanitarian work, sparking a sense of civic responsibility. Officials of the Cameroon Red Cross congratulated the children for their dedication and encouraged them to carry the lessons learned into their daily lives. Parents and guardians present at the ceremony praised the initiative, describing it as an invaluable experience that instilled discipline and empathy in the younger generation. As the children bid farewell, one message stood out. The Red Cross is not only a place of help in times of crisis, but also a school of life where values of humanity are nurtured.
Drug consumption among the youth in Cameroon has become not only a security issue, but also a major health problem. According to the latest WHO data available in 2018, drug abuse in Cameroon caused 0.32% of total deaths, making the country 16th in the world. Moreover, recent studies carried out in 2015 reporting abusive drug consumption showed that 10% of cannabis, tramadol, and caillou consumers were school-age youth and people living in precarious conditions. The list of drugs consumed in schools includes cigarettes, marijuana, cannabis, tramadol, Thailand, and caillou. Caillou is a drug which, according to experts, is produced from the bones of dead people. In recent years, Cameroon has attracted increased attention in terms of drug trafficking and transit. For instance, the economic capital Douala is increasingly described as a hub for illegal drug consumption and trafficking. The same observations are made in all other regions of the country, including rural areas. Recently, Cameroon's Anti-Drug National Committee released statistics on narcotic consumption in the country, revealing that 21% of the population has already tried a hard drug and 10% are frequent consumers, including 60% of young people aged 20 to 25. Based on this situation and several complaints coming from health and educational sectors, it is necessary to initiate actions to spread awareness on the effects of drug consumption on brain diseases. Security forces who have been accused by the local population of being part of the drug network often visit drug joints to collect their own share of the booty at the detriment of the youth. This hard drugs addiction, which is destroying the lives of Cameroonian youth, has also led to the rampant increase in high crime waves, with some young persons becoming nuisance to the society. In spite of recent crackdown by security forces, the phenomenon is fast gaining ground. Experts suggest that in order to save the leaders of tomorrow, government needs to put in place more stringent measures. The disadvantages of hard drugs consumption in the society is not to be overemphasized.
In South Sudan, 2 days of clashes between government forces and rebel fighters are raising fears for the country's fragile peace agreement. The Sudan People Liberation Army in opposition on Thursday accused government forces of launching attacks on the fighters in Western Equatoria and Upper Nile states. A spokesperson for the group said one rebel fighter and 2 soldiers were killed and a number of others wounded. In South Africa, with just 100 days remaining before the historic G20 Leaders Summit in Johannesburg, the first ever on African soil, South Africa's preparations are in full swing. Gearing up for November, South Africa's G20 presidency is approaching its climax, with 87 out of 132 G20 meetings across both Sherpa and finance track already in the books. The remaining ministerial meetings in September will set the tone for the Johannesburg Leaders' Declaration, anchored on solidarity, equality, and sustainability. This agenda-driven framework aims to help set the global economic focus for the summit. Gambian crews on international trawlers fishing on the country's shores have become the accidental targets of local fishermen's anger, whose livelihoods are threatened by the foreign vessels' aggressively fishing strategies. Videos exclusively obtained by the Associated Press document an emerging problem in the fight for dominance between Gambian fishermen and foreign-owned commercial vessels in West African waters. Local fishermen, angered by what they call illegal encroachment and sabotage by the foreign vessel, confronted one of the boats, the Egyptian-owned Abu Salam.